The 2024 Paris Olympics have become a hotbed for the ongoing debate surrounding gender and eligibility in women's sports, with Algerian boxer Imane Khelif at the center of this controversy. After being disqualified from the 2023 World Boxing Championships due to a contentious gender eligibility test, Khelif bounced back and claimed victory in the women's boxing final in Paris. Her journey has fueled discussions on fairness, inclusivity, and the future direction of women's sports. Imane Khelif's path to gold was nothing short of remarkable. Competing in the 145-pound division, she delivered a dominant performance in the final match, defeating China's Yang Liu in a unanimous decision. Her semi-final victory was equally impressive, securing another unanimous decision win. She had earlier triumphed over Hungary's Anna Luca Hamori in the quarterfinals with the same decisive result. Despite Khelif's success, her participation was shadowed by protests, especially from the Hungarian Boxing Association, which raised concerns over her eligibility to compete in the women's division. The debate intensified after Khelif's first opponent, Angela Carini, withdrew following a punch to the nose that she claimed she had never experienced before. Though visibly shaken, Carini refrained from questioning Khelif's eligibility publicly but later expressed regret over not shaking hands with her opponent. The controversy stems from Khelif's disqualification at the 2023 World Boxing Championships, where she allegedly failed to meet gender eligibility standards set by the International Boxing Association (IBA). The IBA, which has remained vague about the specific nature of Khelif's disqualification, claims the decision was made to ensure the fairness and integrity of the competition. Imane Khelif, the IBA president, stated that Khelif's test results indicated elevated testosterone levels, though this claim contradicts earlier reports suggesting she had not undergone a testosterone test. Khelif called the decision a big conspiracy, and although she initially appealed the ruling, she later withdrew the appeal. The International Olympic Committee (IOC), however, defended her right to compete at the Paris Games, dismissing the EIBA's ruling as arbitrary and standing firm on her inclusion. The debate surrounding Khelif's case has captured international attention and reignited conversations about gender and fairness in sports. Critics, including Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, have argued that athletes with male genetic characteristics should not compete in women's events. Meloni emphasized that the issue is about preserving fairness in women's sports and ensuring that female athletes have equal opportunities to compete. Despite these concerns, Khelif is legally recognized as female and has competed as a woman throughout her career, including at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, where she reached the quarterfinals. Her case underscores the complex issues that arise when balancing gender identity with competitive integrity in sports. The tension between the IOC and IBA has further complicated the situation. The IBA, which hasn't organized an Olympic boxing event since the 2016 Rio Olympics, has faced criticism for its governance, lack of financial transparency, and overall credibility. The IOC's decision to distance itself from the IBA highlights the lack of clear consensus on how to handle gender eligibility in sports. Questions about the IBA's handling of Khelif's disqualification have also been raised, with some suggesting that the timing of her removal shortly after defeating a Russian boxer may have been politically motivated. Although no direct evidence has surfaced, these suspicions add another layer of complexity to the debate. Khelif isn't the only athlete facing scrutiny at the Paris Olympics over gender eligibility. Taiwanese boxer Lin Yu-ting was also disqualified from the 2023 World Championships following a gender test, yet she continued to compete in Paris, securing a bronze medal in the women's 125-pound division. Lin's participation has also sparked controversy, with her victories receiving mixed reactions from the audience and officials. Her case, similar to Khelif's, raises further questions about the fairness and consistency of gender eligibility rules. Despite the growing controversy, Khelif has found support from several athletes and public figures. Algerian soccer player Ismail Benasser publicly defended her, condemning the unjustified hatred directed at Khelif and praising her hard work and talent. The IOC also stood by Khelif, affirming that all athletes competing in the women's events at the Paris Games had met the necessary eligibility standards. IOC President Thomas Bach reiterated that the Olympics would not become entangled in what he described as a cultural war over gender identity. He also emphasized that athletes like Khelif and Lin Yu-ting had complied with the IOC's rules and had every right to compete. Several of Khelif's former opponents have also come to her defense. Amy Broadhurst, who defeated Khelif in the 2022 World Championships, said that she doesn't believe Khelif had done anything wrong and attributed her physical attributes to how she was born. Australian boxer Marissa Williamson-Pohlman echoed this sentiment, noting that while Khelif was noticeably strong, facing physically powerful opponents is simply part of the sport. Imane Khelif's triumph at the Paris Olympics represents more than just a personal victory. It has brought to light the broader debate about gender in sports and the challenges of balancing inclusivity with fairness. As the discussions continue, organizations like the IOC and IBA will face growing pressure to create clearer and more consistent policies. Khelif's story is a reminder that the intersection of gender identity and competitive sports remains one of the most complex and contentious issues in athletics today. Imane Khelif's gold medal is more than a win in the boxing ring. It's a symbol of the ongoing battle over gender identity and fairness in sports. Her story will undoubtedly shape future conversations about inclusivity and equality in athletic competition. Keep watching our channel for more updates on the biggest stories from the 2024 Olympics and beyond.